My Ode to Charlie Adlard. I started with the lay-in, just putting the characters in place. I'm not thinking about details and I'm not 100% sure where I'm going with this. Next, I add a bit more form to the characters, establishing what their faces are doing and indicating some folds in the clothes, but nothing fancy at this point. I'm sticking with the pencil tool because I like its versatility and it can create some nice textures. Now I'm thinking about details. I actually made my first error here, because the resolution was still quite low, so I bumped it up after drawing that first face. I went from 1900 pixels wide to 3000, so still relatively low. That hand gave me a lot of trouble, which I resolved later in the cheapest way possible. I added in the background elements indicating the ground and put some corpses on it. I also suggested some background figures to make it seem like these guys are part of a horde. I put in some black marks to show grime, blood and shit. I threw in some values even though I wasn't finished with the line work. Sometimes I work linearly, where I go from line to value, but I bounce back and forth with this one. I'm keeping things loose here until I make some more permanent choices. Zooming out is a really good habit to get into. If you can still see what your drawing is when zoomed out, then it's a good indication that it's going in the right direction. I'm still playing around with the value composition at this point and figuring stuff out as I go. I quite liked how it looked at this point, but it felt like something was missing, so I added a friend in the foreground on the left. I bumped the resolution up once more to 6000 pixels wide and did a final pass on the line work. With the resolution higher, I have more pixels to work with, which means I can add more depth in the details. That hand is triggering me. I should have redone it, but I Rob Liefeld'd it. That's a verb now. The mid-ground characters don't need quite as much detail as the foreground guys. For the background elements, I'm mostly stuck with abstract shapes to indicate whatever it is on the ground. I went back to the values and pushed some darker and others lighter. Again, just feeling my way through, zooming out and then adjusting. I'm not concerned with things looking super tight. I used a gouache brush here because it's quite effective at blending, so I softened some of the values and added some subtle texture. Here is how I dealt with that hand. I cropped it out. In my defense, I think the crop works and frames it a little better, but it also got rid of another problem for me. I added some text as if this were a double page spread and put in some black for textures and blood. This silhouetted zombie was bothering me because he stood out a bit too much, so I blended him into the background. Adding more grime and blood helps tell the story a bit more. I used a pencil for the small details and increased the size to help fade it into the material and skin to finish this off. This piece is available on my shop, which you can find in the description. It's a perfect gift for your zombie loving friends. I've been Brinkley, have fun drawing and happy Halloween.